Welcome students. I am John Sharkar and it's my second lecture on biology, basically for the class 11 and class 10th. Today I am talking about, or we will discuss about, the classification system of living world. Basically we will focus on the 5 kingdom living system or classification system. Except 5 kingdom classification system, there are also 2 kingdom classification system, but we will deeply focus on the 5 kingdom classification system. So in case of the 5 kingdom classification system, first of all we have to know who proposed it. R.H. Whitaker proposed the 5 kingdom classification system in the 1969. In the 5 kingdom classification system, there are basically 5 kingdoms are available. Those are Protista, Monera, fungi, plant and animalia. Basically, before the 5 kingdom classification system, there are the 2 kingdom classification system and so on. In case of 2 kingdom classification system, there are plant and animals, both 2 different classes or kingdoms. But in case of 5 kingdom classification system, they are classified the living organism into 5 different classes. Those are, as I said, Monera, Protista, fungi, plant and animal cells. Basically, those classification system depends on some characteristics such as cell wall. The presence and organization of the cell wall is the main character who define the 5 kingdom classification system. In the same way, the nuclear membrane, presence of the nuclear membrane or absence of the nuclear membrane, which also defines or play a major role in the 5 kingdom classification system. And after all, the mode of the nutrition, the autotrophs, heterotrophs, chemotrophs, lithotrophs, those etc. I will talk the mode of nutrition later. Basically, there are the in the 5 kingdom classification system, presence of Monera, Protista, Planta, fungi, and animalia. So I wish some of you, or maybe all you can understand about the Planta and animalia, because in case of plant it is clear that we are talking about the plants, and in case of animals we are talking about animals. And also for the fungi, we are also able to clear that we are talking about the fungus, which are widely available in our surroundings, and some of the fungi are microscopic and some are macroscopic. I wish you all know about the mushrooms. In Bengali, those are called banget chata. So I wish all of you aware about those fungus as well as the yeast, which is commonly eaten by us. And so the remaining part is the Monera and Protista. And I think some of you have, it is not too much clear about the Monera and Protista. In case of Monera, we will talk about basically the single unicellular organism, basically prokaryotes. And after that, the prokaryote contain 2 different type of prokaryotes, means bacteria, 2 different type of bacteria. Initially, the bacteria divided into 2 categories. One is the eubacteria, one is the archaebacteria. But the recent years, the bacteria are classified into single one. Those are bacteria, and there is no any kind of the eubacteria, because the bacteria is converted into eubacteria is converted into the bacteria. But rather the presence of the archaebacteria, which is also termed as Archaea. And today we will discuss about the prokaryotes, specifically the bacteria and archaebacteria. As I said before, the bacteria is the sole member of the kingdom Monera, and in the bacteria there are divided into 2 parts, archaebacteria and eubacteria, which is recently called as a bacteria and archaea. So I think it is clear to all. So the what is bacteria? The bacteria is the organism, unicellular organism, which does not contain any nuclear membrane. It means the DNA or the genetic material, or you can say the chromosome, which is densely packed in a compact cellular structure which is called nucleus in case of the eukaryotic cell. But in case of prokaryotes or bacteria, the DNA material is not densely packed into the chromosome. It is loosely associated into the or into the cytoplasm of the cell, and it is called as a nucleoid. So in case of bacteria, bacteria is a single cellular structure which doesn't have any cellular organelles like eukaryotic organisms such as mitochondria, chloroplast, what is called endoplasmic reticulum, peroxisome. So that's it. Any prokaryotic organism such as bacteria doesn't have any cellular organelle, doesn't have the nuclear membrane containing nucleus, the true nucleus. Rather, they have the nucleoid, and they have a cell wall which is made up of the peptidoglycan. You have to understand the peptidoglycan. Just write it down, and I will talk it about later. And they contain the cell membrane. Obviously, any cell in the living world, they have to the cell membrane because they have to differentiate them from the environment, surrounding environments. And I wish you were seeing a picture of the bacteria in the background, which have a cell wall, defining cell wall. After that, it has a cell membrane, and then it has a nucleoid, some chromosome structure, where the nuclear DNA are packed, and the cytoplasm as well. So that's it all about the prokaryotes or the eubacteria, which is previously called, and the recent bacteria. In case of, if we are talking about the Archaebacteria or Archaea, which is the another member of the Monera, and the part of bacteria is the primitive bacteria because it is arise before or first in the world. It is thought that before bacteria, and they are serving the extreme environments such as volcanoes. I think all of you know that the extreme environment means the high salt concentration, whereas simple living organism does not survive, but archaea can survive, such as I think dead oceans. We all about know that, and volcanoes where the temperature is too much higher, and in the lower pH as low as 2 or lower. Those in those pH, any microorganisms or organisms will not survive because the DNA will denature. But the special features have the prokaryotes. It means specifically the archaea have the special features. That's why they can survive in these environments. And in case of the structure is moreover similar in the as prokaryotes as archaea, such as bacteria and archaea. But in the cell wall, archaeal cell wall is mainly composed of the pseudopeptidoglycan or pseudomurin, also called pseudomurin. It is little bit different from the bacteria in the cell membrane also. And obviously, I will make a sole video of the bacteria as well, which is called eubacteria, and archaea as well as also called archaebacteria. So there will be the different lecture about those, and it is today's lecture about the kingdom monera, which includes eubacteria or bacteria and the archaebacteria or archaea.